and spawning in the bottom left-hand position as the red Terran player. Now, he's currently 1-0 down in this best-of-3 series, Kibbles. Let's see if he can bring it back to level pegging. We have Acer's MMA.
He is facing off against in the top right-hand corner from Team SCV Life, currently up 1-0. It is Shine.
I don't know, man.
I mean, he was looking on point that last game. MMA has always been one of my favorite players. I went to my first tournament in Columbus, Ohio. Yeah, I was a really big StarTale July fan. There goes the PG-14 rating, says... Wait, no,
Sean Davis.
Sean Davis.
Fantastic stuff, guys. Keep those tweets coming. Of course, I am at Jorisar. You can follow me on Twitter. And don't forget to follow my favorite Pokemon, Kibblypuff, here at Kibbles.
That's a throwback. Actually, my Facebook is Kibblypuff. I wish I hadn't done that.
No, man. Best nickname ever. True fact.
So, man, MMA, I gotta remember. Look, it may be a PG-14 rating because of the content, but we do need to keep the language PG.
Absolutely.
Guys, Shine was just looking really good. His play was phenomenal that last game, and I was a little bit underimpressed with MMA. Now, I'm saying this as, you know, a lot of people will be like, oh my god, this guy's so Shine favorite. I know last game I was ragging a little bit on MMA, but that's really because he's one of my favorite players, man.
And look at this, hold on, the Rack's actually getting scouted there, and that's really important because MMA deliberately built the racks on the... Oh my... If this SCV goes down before that barracks completes, Kibbles...
Oh!
No way! And the barracks is delayed. That is huge. He will be able to finish it up. It's only about, say 7 or 8 seconds, but still, the reason why this is big is because if Shine just went straight natural to natural, and he scouted that there was nothing in MMA's base except for that command center... Oh my goodness, Dancing with Knives. This is like West Side Story all over again, man. This is... No, I think he's got this. Yeah, the Marine. If he scouted MMA's base and saw that there was nothing there, then he'd be like, I'm being proxy 2-raxed. But because he scouted the proxy location there by the 3rd and saw that there was only 1 barracks, he's going, oh, you're not actually going insane aggression. You're just trying to put me off guard in case, like, you want me to over-prepare for this. And now Shine knows it's only 1 barracks. He won't over-prepare. So that scout was huge from our Zerg player.
Yeah, it really was. It was beautiful. And it's even more of a factor, you know, MMA last game opened with 2 barracks, so I mean, you're looking at his playstyle here. It's like, all right, 2 racks would not be too out of the question, but regardless, guys, barracks has landed up at the main area, and now we've got ourselves 2 refineries going down to follow this up.
We do indeed, and Dignitas Stream, I will get you for that. Bear that in mind. We have got not too much going on at the moment. We have more queens and drones being produced here from Shine. MMA, of course, went straight into that expansion. So just straight into 1-Rax expand. He knows that the jig was up as far as any early game aggression is going, which is why we don't see any bunkers attempting to get placed down. Absolutely nothing sort of being faked out here because Shine knows exactly what's happening. Going to be taking care of that neutral supply team. But good bunker placement as well, preventing any sort of surround there, although will struggle to reach that gas on the top side, but we see no super early aggression coming out from Shine at the moment anyway.
This is the kind of attention to detail that you see out of pro players. Just point out there, those 3 Marines, they were shift-clicked to attack the depot and then proceed into the bunker. And you want to make sure that every single click you make is a click that you, you know, there's not a better way you could have done it. And, you know, in that circumstance, a lot of players, they would attack the depot. When it's done, they would go back to the Marines. They would click on the Marines. They would put them in the bunker. Just really nice play here out of MMA, of course, highlighting some of those strengths that we're seeing from the new Acer Terran.
Yeah, man.
Can't believe he's on Team Acer, man. It blew my mind when I saw that. And they even lied. They were like, oh, we've got...
Is he switching to Zerg?
Well, no, they were like, we've got a big Korean Zerg joining our team in their, like, announcement, and then it was a Terran. And I was like, oh, you little... It's so misleading.
Shine doing a very good job of actually denying scouting from that SCV there towards his natural expansion. That's a lot of queens actually out there spreading creep, a total of 4. And oh, he sees it coming as well. So the SCV knows that there are that many queens out on the field right now. That will deter Hellion Banshee openings. Really frustrating to walk into a wall of queens like that. And it's also that much more difficult to deny the creep spread when the creep is spreading on multiple fronts.
Yeah, no, you're completely right about that. So, you know, about the creep spread, we're going to be seeing an incredible amount of it because this is actually a 6-queen opening out of Shine. You know, it's really, really safe against aggression. You can, and it's very economical. You can kind of there's a lot of advantages to it, and not so many disadvantages. But we've seen less and less players going for this because Terrans have just been getting greedier and greedier.
Sure.
So you really don't need 6 queens when that's what you're encountering. Also, drop play has been getting a lot more prevalent, and this is really useful against like things like Hellion Marine timings, Siege Tank Marine timings, timings that attack on the ground, because your creep spread is going to be incredible. As we're seeing right now, I mean, there's 5 creep tumors on the low ground. He's trying to hit a couple of them. MMA, that's why he's attacking the destructible brief, folks. Wants to get a couple of these tumors. Unfortunately, not going to succeed in that endeavor. And cancels too.
Cancel? No cancel. It's like whack-a-mole here, man. The whack-a-mole creep tumors here.
Yeah.
And but there simply are so many that the Hellions cannot actually cover all of them. Those Queens actually doing a great job of tanking that damage and doing a bit of DPS to those Hellions, who are now going to be going up to the 3rd base location. Good choice there, because that's where the Queens are not, so it will take them a little time to go back, but we don't have any drones there for them to roast at this time, so they're just going to be taking out their frustrations on a couple of larvae.
All right, so the Queens, the gases have finished. We've got a Baneling Nest on the way right now for Shine, and a lair about 3/4 of the way done, as well as speed near completion. Hellions are going to be on the low ground trying to deny some creep spread from MMA. Well, we've got a very nice defensive setup here. Definitely, yeah, that it really indicates drops if you're seeing like a big wall off and he's got a bunker with a supply depot in front of it, because you want to make sure you can be out on the map with those medevacs and not be super vulnerable to counterattacks. So Stim is going to complete any second. This is pretty late drops, but that's because, well, he got this super fast 3rd and he's got double engineering bay. Yeah, because you can get medevacs out at 8:30 actually with 2 medevacs, Stim, and 14 Marines. It's a really, really common build. Here from MMA, he's going to be much more late game oriented and just try to get a little bit of map control going on now.
No, that's a great point, actually. He's just delaying it a little bit to get his tech up. We did see the double Evo and the double eBay both go down earlier on, so both these guys are completely content at the moment to just take this into the late game and really focus on getting that high-value army as opposed to just cranking out those units ASAP. And look at this, still continuing to be very, very diligent about his creep spread is Shine. He's going to very quickly cover the entire northeast quadrant of the map.
Oh, some Banelings coming in right now, but those are just for safety. It sounded like a lot more. Banelings are like that, man. They like sound like...
Banelings are for safety? Safety Banelings.
Well, you want to make sure you have them against drops. Because
I'm just picturing a Baneling like there for safety. Just, you know, someone takes a Baneling, puts it in your arms, and like, just keep this on you for safety. I'm there freaking
in case
out.
Of plane crashing, please grab Baneling under seat and use it as a flotation device. Don't squeeze too hard.
I do not want to use a Baneling as a flotation device.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that would be...
I mean, but if you had to...
I could have nightmares, man. No, if I had to, I still wouldn't. I'd swim.
Banelings are cute, though. I don't know that I couldn't squeeze them too hard.
Well, I hope it's an experiment. I'm only around to see on stream as opposed to in-person kibbles. We have got a little bit of a poke coming in towards the bottom right here from MMA, but unable to break through. There's so much creep there that Shine just has so much notice of any attack incoming. It's going to make it incredibly difficult for me. Even coming out with the Queens. Now, we don't normally see Zergs this far out on the map with Queens when there's a bio army right next door, because you're just liable to getting all the Queens sniped off. But Shine has had time to prepare. He's got his army with them as well, and he's just feeling so confident here on Cloud Kingdom.
Yeah, and this makes it difficult for MMA because he can't just load up into the medevacs and guarantee he gets away. He does not know, if the possibility of infestors with Burrow could be on the field. He doesn't see a lot of gas here. He only sees a few Banelings right now. He does see 1-1, but he's going, Shine, where's your gas? I need to be careful.
And this ties in early with what you said, MMA attempting a drop, but, oh no, pardon me, that's just a Viking. But he's got so much creep out as Shine, as we do have a little bit of engagement here. Never mind, the Baneling's actually unable to catch up to the bio at the moment after stimming, but there's so much of it. Like, MMA doing a great job microing that back, and the mutas from Shine unable to attack at the same time, so he's going to be forced back onto creep. But what I wanted to say just now is that Shine has his creep spread out so far on the top of the map that MMA can't really drop without Shine noticing. You can only do it from the bottom right at this point, and that's 1 out of 2 of your drop routes gone.
No, you're absolutely right about that. So, I mean, and now we're in this position where MMA, Joris are like, he's at 146 supply, Shine's at 160. Shine has utter and complete map control right now. And now he's gotten past the hard part of the creep spread, getting up these cliffs. Now he's going to be moving down. And with this, I mean, MMA's in a tough spot. And this is just the round of 72, folks. I mean, MMA needs to make it past this round, if you know, to do well in this tournament. And now he's, I mean, I really like his play this game as opposed to last. He's been playing very crisp, very clean, making sure he cleaned up a lot of free units there. But he needs to play immaculately from here because Shine has complete map control.
Here's the problem he has at the moment, I think, Kibbles. Shine, not only does he have complete map control, but he's also enjoyed just not being harassed by MMA. He's just had the freedom to do what he wants when he wants to do it. And that is so huge going into late game against eOnZerG. I mean, you're going to get really quick, unexpected tech switches if required. You're going to have a view of all the counterattack routes as well because of your creep spread. It's not a position that MMA can allow Shine to get into comfortably.
No, I mean, right now, guys, these mutas and links are just forced. Well, at least MMA is going to get up. He's going to clean up some creep tumors, but is a little bit vulnerable to a counterattack right now. We'll see if Shine... No, he's going to try to flank around the back. The tanks are completely exposed. Do get a couple of shots there off on a couple of banelings, so not too bad. Marines are going to come back, but one tank does get lost for MMA. He's down to 180 supply, 77 SCVs, though.
That was a cute little engagement, actually, from Shine. He went in with those lings and the mutas, and then he got to the tanks. He realized, oh, I was expecting Marines here. There aren't any Marines here, and he just walked in with the mutas and picked off a tank.
Yeah.
So MMA forced back to defend his tanks, but he does have a decent army now moving out towards the fourth base location of Shine, and he's going to be able to get that sieged up as well. So what is Shine going to do in response? He doesn't look like he wants to counterattack just yet. He's definitely opting to try and go for a flank. Otherwise, he'd be at the third base already.
All right, this is a beautiful play out of MMA. He's got 2-2 finished. Shine has started 3-3, but it's not completed yet. Link's going to be coming in from the back. Nice ground there on the siege tanks. No Marines in the way. Link surrounding so many tanks here, and MMA is just getting cleaned up. Down to 140 supply. What an engagement for Shine. Now, he did lose a base out of that Jorisar, but his whole army is still intact here. I mean, he's lost a little bit of everything, but still has the full comp.
Yeah, that was a great engagement from Shine, coming in from both the front and the back, and MMA throwing away a couple of misrallied medevacs as well. And these are the high gas units he does not want to be throwing away. He lost a lot of tanks in that engagement, and he lost all of the medevacs that were above the fourth base as well. So to throw away another couple like this is not good news for him. He has a drop attempting to go in at the natural expansion, but mutas are giving a hot pursuit, and they will not be able to get any damage done against this fifth base location.
No, they won't at the same time. MMA is moving out. Nice transfuses coming out of Shine. Does lose one queen there, but a nice save on the other. Scan going to go down, clean up some creep tumors, but he needs to get out of here with these units. Legs are streaming in right now. If he loads into the medevac, the incoming mutas, they're a little bit far away, so maybe he'll be able to get away. It looks like he's going to be safe.
Yeah, only just, though. He needs to be so careful right now. MMA continuing to be forced back to his defensive watchtower right now. And one thing I want to really credit MMA with, guys, if you notice in the first half of this game that we've seen so far, MMA was, oh, never mind, hold your horses. Oh, my goodness, a little bit of a late siege on those tanks, and that is the only opportunity Shine needs. Rolling in with those Zerglings, the tank count once again reset, and I think that was possibly one mistake too far. MMA is seriously on the ropes now.
Yeah, this is just Shine playing so incredibly well, picking his engagements perfectly, and once again has caught MMA completely unawares. You know, in the big engagement towards Shine's fourth base, we saw MMA with his units out of position, or his Marines out of position. They were too far forwards, and now Shine is, I mean, just running away with this game.
Very, very difficult indeed. He's now maxed out against the 125 army supply of MMA, and those gas-intensive units, those siege tanks, those medevacs, he could not afford to throw those away. MMA in the second half of this game, like we see now, he's done a great job of sending out pockets of units to harass Shine. Yeah. He needed to do that in the first half as well, though, because by the time he started doing that, Shine had more than half the map covered in creep, and he could do what he wanted when he wanted. MMA very strong in that multitasking. I would have loved to see a bit more out of him just slightly earlier in the game.
MMA down to 125 supply right now, guys. He's going to try to... Well, the Lynx are streaming in, which is a nice thing, but MMA not sieging his tanks. The Banelings are going to end this game.
Oh, my goodness. And Shine taking a 2-0 victory over MMA.
That he did. Jorisar. MMA getting knocked down 2-0 against Shine. Some beautiful play there.
Just really solid play coming out from Shine, and I have to say, after game number one, MMA actually, he was a little bit more passive. You saw his siege tanks at his defensive watchtower, just that little bit more. He wasn't sending out those small packets of units to go and attack earlier on in the game, like we saw on game 1, even though admittedly that didn't end too well for him anyway. But he didn't have that aggression that we really want to see out of Terran, to deny that creep from Zergs, to deny those counter-attacking opportunities. Shine had everything going for him going into the latter stages there.
And Shine did a beautiful job of making MMA not be able to put on any aggression, Sai. It was immaculate.
Yeah, it really was.
Yeah, he had all those queens. The creep spread made it very easy for him to get where he needed. And, well, that's going to, I guess, tie this thing up, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right. So MMA, unfortunately, dropping here in the winners round 1. He's going to be going to the lower bracket. Shine taking him out 2-0 there. This has been Kibbles and Jar, so I believe we're going to be handing it over for our next match to Sham2 and Jmaru, who will be taking over on stream number 3.
Yes, we will. It's been a huge pleasure commentating for you. Sai, when will we cast again, man?
I don't know, man. Hopefully, I think tomorrow on stream number 2. I'm not 100% certain, but I have actually posted my entire schedule on my Facebook. I'll go and double-check that as well. But in the meantime, follow this absolutely handsome gentleman at twitter.com/Kibbles. You have that on your screen right there. I, of course, am at Jorisar in my spare time when I'm not busy dancing the night away. And we'll be seeing you guys for the next match. Don't go anywhere. We have Jmaru and Sham2 bringing you the next games here at IPL.